Good morning, good morning. Happy whatever day it is. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session. I just lost connection. Oh, Applejacks. Hope you're enjoying your meeting. All right, I am very late. I overslept. I am tired. I have to stop trying to be everything for everybody because I don't get sleep. But anyway, we're here. What lost connection? Everything lost connection. Good morning, Janelle. Good morning, True. I know. I overslept. I'm so tired. Tired is an understatement. I am exhausted. So yeah, I overslept. I don't even know. And the thing is, as soon as I opened up my charts and I saw it was actually moving, I'm like, huh. So the movement has been decent all morning, huh? Good morning, Diego. How are you this morning? Good morning. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to tell my best friend that I can only help with her kids once a week. Doing it twice a week and 2 days in a row, and I have insomnia, it just doesn't help. It's just not it. It's not it. But let's see if we can get some trades in the next 30 minutes because I'm still going to end at the same time. It is what it is. How are you guys trading today? Yeah, Janelle. And the thing is, like, I don't have an issue, right? She lives right around the corner. I only helped for like 3 hours. But like for instance, yesterday, because my insomnia was so bad yesterday, I didn't go to sleep till 5:30 in the morning. And then I had to wake up at 8:30, well, 8:15 to trade. And because I was so tired, I needed to go straight to sleep after I was done trading, right? Um there was no journaling and all of that stuff. And then unfortunately, that also meant that by the time I got home from her house, like everything I was supposed to do at 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, I'm now doing at 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the evening. So like my whole day is pushed back. And then because of that, now I have insomnia all over again. And now everything is pushed back for a second day in a row. Like I don't know. I don't know. I just know it's not gonna work. But I told her that I told her from the beginning. I was like, it doesn't matter how many days somebody needs help. I can't sign up for every day. I have things to do. I have insomnia. There's so many things. I'm like, so let's just do 2 days a week for now. I told her one day for sure, and then for now I'll do two, but I don't know how long two will last. I'm on week 2, and I don't think I can. Patient waiting for myself. Hope you feel more rested today. I hope so too, but I doubt it. And I was doing so well with my sleeping this weekend. That's why I just thought that I turned over a new leaf, but honey, I didn't. Sleep we have. I agree. I agree, Janelle. I agree. So yeah, I don't know. But I know for sure I'm gonna try not to go and take a nap today. I have to try to stay awake to try to reset myself again. But legit, I don't even remember snoozing this morning. But at some point, I literally just turned the alarm off and said, F it. No more snoozes. And I don't remember doing that. So, Viet. Oh yeah. So I told you guys yesterday I was gonna be trying the different way of analyzing the market to see when to get in. I'm starting that today on all the setups. So there's gonna be some L's that I'm gonna take, and I'm cool with that. 59. All right, first trade is a dub. We love to see it. I need to be late every day. Need to be late every day. Just kidding. Good morning, Paul. How are you this morning? My sleep is sacred. Mine too, Diego. But I've had insomnia for a while. Honestly, what screws me up is waking up early to trade. I'm not a morning person anyway. And my body just, like, if I take a 30-minute nap, I am up for hours. That's just what my body decides to do. And yeah, I've not been able to change it all this time. I try, but it don't be working. It don't be working. That's my problem. I miss power hours so I can catch my 8 hours. Ooh, I wish I was like you. I wish I could do it. Paul, did I say good morning? If I didn't, I'm sorry. Good morning. I'm still half asleep. Just a little, just a tad. Wait, what? Ooh. Oh, wait. Okay. Hmm. I definitely thought we were going to push up there initially, but looks like the market had some other plans. But yeah, I'm very eager to get through all of this data and figure out if this is going to be the way that I end up trading, cuz I have a pretty good feeling that it is. Like, just with starting off with the little bit of data that I've already gone through, I can see how the wins are clustering together much quicker and clustering the losses together much quicker than the other way I was analyzing the market. So my little analysis sheet is already starting to come together a little bit, but I do have a lot of data I have to get through. I have like probably 60 pages of trades to get through. So it's going to take me a minute, but I'm going to get through it though. So the short, two cons to start to break and retest TP. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. What do we have? Oh, I forgot crude oil. It's I don't have anything for that yet. All right, we created too much volume in this swing. Yes, 60 pages. So, I always start out when I want to go. Okay, well, my data starts out with this way of trading order flow April 7th, I believe. I always do the week of April 7th because April 7th was the day that when I initially created this database of trades, I first started out basically every single reversal bar that happened in that day creates a setup, right? And technically, every reversal bar today creates some kind of setup. Like, I can tell you exactly which setup it is. It doesn't mean that it's valid, but every reversal bar is a setup. And so that day, the market was so volatile that there were over like 400 and something reversal bars on a 40 tick chart. So I always start there because I'm going to extract quite a bit of data for each setup just off the initial rip of just that first day. And then, the subsequent days are not as volatile, but then I just, add from there or whatever. But yeah, 60 something pages, I'm pretty sure. It's actually probably a little bit more than that. But let's see. No, I think it's 60 something. It's about, I have a couple in there. So it's about I would say almost 70 pages. Yeah, almost 70. But so basically whenever I journal for the day, after I'm done journaling, I screenshot it in the Genius Scan app because the Genius Scan app takes pictures of like your papers and stuff with really, really good quality. And then I just print it and then I number it off, right? And so because of how great my notes were when I, took notes since then, every single line has a new trade or a new setup or whatever. So me going back and telling you guys yesterday, like, yeah, I want to analyze the market a little bit different. Guess what? I didn't have to start from scratch and go back into, NinjaTrader and open up my back testing charts and start writing everything over from scratch. I just went line by line, found where that trade was because it's all in chronological order because I just start from the beginning of the session, and keep going. And it's all of my data is just within the small time of, that I trade every day. And yeah, so I just had to go line by line and just write that extra data that I'm looking for in the way that I want to analyze the market now and go from there. But it's still really time consuming because I still have to scroll back through the charts to look at my order flow chart to see what that one component is and write it down and things like that. So it takes a while, but it's worth it. These wicks are ugly today. Let me see. I haven't paid much attention. Yeah, but I will say the market looked like it moved a lot better than it did yesterday. Yesterday was just that slow grind day that I absolutely hate. Absolutely hate. Excuse me. I'm really just waiting for the next pullback. I don't like taking divergence that starts with a double top or double bottom right now. So I gotta wait for the next pullback. But yeah, I'm very eager to see how this is going to end up working out. And like I said, I think one of the biggest things is that I shouldn't need to have like special rules for if my entry bar is touching a level, unless like we rotate over a level, meaning like if this bar was to close above this resistance line, that would be a rotation because this bar touched it and the entry bar touched it. If just the entry bar touched it and the previous reversal bar didn't, it's not a rotation. But yeah, that's probably going to be the only like special rules that I need. And also like if there's a trap, I'm noticing that if we are trading, remember I've been telling you guys like I have to figure out how to trade at opposite levels because resistance becomes support and vice versa. So far, what it looks like is that if I am taking a buy at resistance, then the sellers need to be in control of the point of control, and we're going for the buy. That will trap them there at a level that they would normally trade at. I don't think it works as well if like the buyers are in control. I'm getting into a buy and we're at a resistance level. I don't think it works as well, but I don't know because I just started getting through the data. I think I got through so far. Let me see. I got through maybe like, I would say like 8 pages so far. Maybe something like that. All right, what are we gonna do here? Oh, shoot. I have applied for Walmart not accepting accounts for the last 3 to 4 days. What? Let's re-verify your account. Your ID expires. It is 2025. Oh, gosh, you guys, I got to get a new ID. If it wasn't for Deal messaging me, telling me that my ID expires in 42 days, Deal is who Apex used to use when I first bought an account with Apex. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have even known. Golly. I have to get a new ID anyway because we have to get those real IDs or whatever. Damn, now I gotta start working on that. This is trash. You hate meetings? Good morning, Applejacks. That chart automatically placed that trade at resistance levels. Wait, what you mean, Janelle? You mean on my chart trader? No, I'm not driving dirty. No, it expires on my birthday. So I have like a month and some change, just a little bit. Amelia, it's my fault. I was late, like super late, but I overslept. Sorry. Good morning, good morning. But yeah, it'll like place it when I press the little button for it to place the trade. Like if I'm buying at buying at resistance, I just click the close button like I normally do and it'll put me in. Yeah. May exclude capital gains on crypto. Really? I did not know that. Did not know that. The meetings with mediocre people. I'm weak. Person moving all the time. I got my real ID when I got here. Yeah, so they have been talking about implementing the real ID here for a long time. Like back when my sister and my cousin worked at the airport, which was so many years ago, they had been talking about it, but they never really implemented it. But I do remember like probably a year and a half ago, because ever since they started talking about it, they put up like this sign right at the security lines that you were going to need a real ID by May of 2025. But you know, time just kind of creeps up on you. So I have to see like what all I need, because what the hell? I'm not going to go until probably, what's today? Wednesday? Maybe I'll go Friday. Depends on what they need from me. One document verifying your full legal name and okay, no, I don't have a valid passport because it expired. Great. So I gotta find my birth certificate. One document verifying your social. I do have a tax form. Maybe. Two documents verifying your Missouri residential address, utility bill, bank statement, lease agreement. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna procrastinate on that. I don't feel like doing that. To indicate when the trade would be placed. Oh, yeah. I still would manually place it. I just now know that likely I always will need a trap. Otherwise, it's probably not going to work out that well, but we'll see. I want to get through a little bit more data today and then kind of see from there. All right, so we finally pushed down from the resistance level. Now let's see if we can actually get something moving. 64. And I probably... No, don't go without me. Oh, you could have went without me then. Jesus. 226. $93. Oh, don't be dirty. Very interesting. Oh no, I have to change the color of that. That's not gonna work. How come none of these colors work? I got stopped out just for it to go to my freaking take profit. Funky heifer. You've had a real ID since you graduated college? What? Wow. I agree, Janelle. Took my butt home without a steak, 8 nuggets, and sweet potatoes. Girl, not you had it. Let me tell you something. I come home, you got me hyped for some damn steak, and you come home with some damn nuggets and fries. I would go back out there and go get that damn steak. Real wages on the rise. You want to know something? All crimes are on the rise when the economy is trash, unfortunately. That's the reality. Wait, Paul, why would you tell it to sell off while I was in the buy? You couldn't wait? That just made me so mad. Stop out, boom. Because my TP was like here. We're resisting pretty heavy up there. Right behind the resistance, the major resistance level at 346.50 is the prior high as well. So there's a lot of resistance there. That's what we're kind of stuck on. Wow, this market looks so bad. Yeah. You just really have to be aware of your surroundings, pay attention to everything. People are just angry, and I don't blame them. Desperate times call for desperate measures, unfortunately. Would have gone in the wild and gotten a steak. They were vegan nuggets. How many no meat? Do you have no meat days like every week or something? You did 500 pre-market, just trying to add to it. Yeah, I have 7 minutes left. Honestly, when that first trade went, I just said, fuck it, y'all. I'm out. And went back to sleep. But it's all good. My goal, hopefully, is by the end of Sunday night to finish going through all the rest of my data. But we'll see. We will see. I didn't like anything in here. And unfortunately, my silly self, I changed the color of the order flow numbers in the footprint chart, and I can't tell when there's an imbalance, kind of. Like my regular numbers are white, but the imbalanced color is like a blue color, and it all looks the same to me. So, no bueno. Whoops. Not good. 25. Should I try it again? Oh, don't lose again. I was about to say, like, come on, bro. Let's not do this. Maybe I like that would kind of make sense. So this is the same trade I just took here. The divergence is a little different. We have a higher low to lower high to lower low, and this is a higher low to higher high to lower low. But the biggest difference between the two is that if we look at the footprint chart, you can see here the buyers were in control of the point of control, right? Delta looked great, all of that, volume looked great. Here, you can see the sellers were in control and the point of control. So That's the only thing that made the difference between the two. Well, that and we bounced off of a level here. This one we didn't. But I kind of feel like I like what the delta in volume looks like. However, it might always need to be a trap because I mean, technically we are making a lower low, right? So it might be that that needs to be a trap every single time. I'm going to make a note of that on my cheat sheet. So that's literally the only difference between the two besides the structure. But I think with the new way that I'm going to end up doing this, the two divergences doesn't matter that the structure was a little bit different. All that matters is that we created a lower low. And so even if it was like a lower low to lower high to lower low, it should all need the same rules because we just created a lower low and that's all that really kind of matters. But I'll see over time. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Good morning. Wait, who got the bubble guts? Oh, vegan nuggets are garbage. 6 years with the nuggets are still so good. I keep them stocked. Some vegan barbecue ribs. I was just telling my friend who's pescatarian that like when I went vegan, I was vegan for like 18 months back when I was like around 21, 2021, somewhere up in there. And there weren't very many vegan options back then, but there was this company, I think it was made here, if I'm not mistaken. I used to get this like vegan meat from Whole Foods. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the company was here, but they labeled it as pork or beef or whatever, and it like came in like a huge chunk, kind of. I don't know, but it used to shred like really, really good, and it actually was pretty decent. However, my biggest problem with like vegan meats is you're getting away from the animal product, but you're still labeling it as the animal product that you're trying to mimic. And that's just weird to me. I don't know. It's just very weird. And it'll always be weird. But sometimes by the time you look at the ingredients of the vegan meat products, it's like you're better off just eating the actual meat. By the time you eat all of these binding agents and glues and all this other stuff, just eat the real damn thing. That's just how I feel. Process is process, no matter if it's plant-based or not. And I think that's why you have so many unhealthy vegans sometimes, because you're still eating processed food at the end of the day. Why is my freaking phone so loud? That just scared me. All right. The pig was fed an all plant-based diet. True. I stopped eating pork when I was 19, though. Then I stopped eating beef around that time, too, but I was still eating chicken, turkey, and everything else. And then eventually I stopped really liking, before I had to stop eating chicken. I kind of stopped liking chicken to begin with. I don't know. It's something about the way that chicken smells when you cook it, or if you reheat it, it literally makes me sick to my stomach. And eggs started to do the same thing. And then I realized I couldn't eat it anyway because it was destroying my insides. So it made it so easy to just give it up. But all right, I'm done, you guys. I took 3 trades. I won 2, lost 1. I'm not going to lie. The first trade that I took when I first got on the stream, that one back here somewhere, I don't remember. I don't even remember what time it was. But that particular trade actually should have been a break even. It only went 41 ticks. It was this trade. It only went 41 ticks, but because I got a really good entry on it from the limit order, that's why I ended up getting the take profit, which is fine. I'm not complaining. So, but either way. That used to be in the nation she did not like when I ordered the pig at restaurants. See, I'm not really like, for me, if you're going to date somebody that's not the same religion as you or doesn't have the same practices as you have to respect them just in the same way that they respect you. I feel like a lot of times, and this is nothing against people who are really religious, but I feel like most people who are not religious or have like a carefree attitude, they don't really give a fuck what people do. Like, do you, just don't overstep boundaries with me kind of thing. But usually it's the opposite. Like people who, and I get it, like you have a certain thought process, you have certain beliefs, and you are just gung-ho about those beliefs. But you have to remember that everybody around you is not like you. And I feel like a lot of times people just don't respect that. It's kind of people who are in, like, let's say the LGBT community, the more so the people who want to be called different pronouns and stuff like that. You get so angry because everybody doesn't subscribe to the same thing as you when, okay, we respect the fact that you just want to be identified as a fish and that's cool, but I don't have to subscribe to what you're talking about, right? And I just feel that way when it comes to a lot of things. And this is why you should just be with people who are kind of like you, because then it won't bother you so much. Like I don't care. Well, if it's my mom or my grandma, I do care if they eat certain things because I care about their health and I want them to live as long as they possibly can. But if I'm just out with friends or whatever and they're ordering things that I don't eat, things that I know are bad for you, I don't give a damn. If it's your body, whatever, do what you do. Farrakhan would not have approved of you eating swine. Listen, Apple Jacks, these people want to identify as everything you could possibly think of. Why not a fish? Shit. Period, Janelle. I identify as a child and children do not pay taxes, so why do I have to pay taxes? You see why identifying as things can cause issues? Because why can you let some people identify as stuff and not others? But we're not going to get into that. I'm going to get canceled. Not the sugar baby of a Apple Jacks, please go away. I'm not. I'm not dealing with you today. But no, I don't. I'm never bothered by what people eat, what they decide to do. I would love for my mom and grandma to stop buying that goddamn rotisserie chicken from Sam's though. Not because it's bad for them, but because it fucking stinks when they eat it. All right. Here are the accounts. I almost got back. Why have I been losing connection all morning? 3 trades. Like I said, win, a loss, and did I break even? No, 2 wins and a loss. I'm slow. Almost got back what I lost yesterday. So I would consider that a win for the day, especially because I just completely changed things up without, like, I have 1 day of data basically that I'm moving off of. So whatever, it worked today, so we'll see. I like that mindset. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna go and try to get through a little bit more of this data and try my hardest not to take a nap because I literally have to fix this insomnia. I cannot take it. And I know if I take a nap today, first of all, it's gonna push me behind for hours. And then I'm just gonna be up all night. So I don't know. But I'm going to go do that. I thank you guys for tuning into my super late stream. And I'm sorry for being late, but sleep calls sometimes. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:45 Central Standard Time because I'm not going to oversleep. Okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.